Hello everyone, very good evening. I am Vijay, Assistant Professor. Here I am going to give you an explanation about various concepts of disaster management and its cycle. So hope the previous two parts, which includes disaster management in general and disaster management cycle, would help you in understanding the better concepts of it. Well, in this particular part, I am going to explain you about the various mechanisms like NDMA Act 2005, NIDM and the NDMA, the Management Authority, and about the NDRF, National Disaster Response Force. So before getting into that, so we have to understand that the Union Public Service Commission has included the security and disaster management in GS3. So it included two different concepts or topics. So we can term it as internal security and disaster management. So what does these two topics includes when we take into a vast area? So first, linkages between development and spread of extremism, role of external state and non-state actors in creating challenges to internal security. Challenges to internal security through communication networks, the role of media and social networking sites in internal security challenges. Well, basics of cyber security, money laundering and its prevention. Security challenges and their management in border areas, linkages of organized crime with terrorism, various security forces and agencies and their mandate. Disaster management, its policies, the disaster management cycle, various acts involved in the Disaster Management Act 2005, the administrative methods, so at state level, central, national level, state level and district level. So this as a whole includes as internal security and disaster management. So what are the strategies that we can follow to cover up this entire concepts? Identify the probable natural disasters in Indian perspective. For example, cyclones, landslides, earthquakes, tsunamis, flood, etc. Never forget human-induced disasters also. So nuclear reactor explosion, chemical accidents, oil spill, gas leakages, terrorism, extremism, communal carnage, cyber breakdown, etc. Understand the national policy on disaster management. Understand the structures and functions of present disaster management authorities in the country. Prepare notes on various proactive and reactive steps to be followed to tackle various disaster management situations. So, to cope up with these strategies, you have to put yourself in an officer's shoes and then you have to think. So only when you assume yourself as an officer in a particular situation who is responsible of taking decisions, you can come up with different ideas. Of course, knowing about the disaster management acts and various agencies that are being involved in both internal security and disaster management, the situation that you assume yourself as an officer will help you in cope up any kind of questions that being asked in UPSC. Before getting into understanding the different mechanisms, we have to know about the national policy on disaster management. Of course, this particular policy was created in 2009 in accordance with the National Disaster Management Act 2005. So to bring the legal framework and holistic approach in tackling any disaster situations. So why we require a holistic approach is because, so during a disaster, for example flood, the team of plumbing, the team of roadwork, the team of electricals, so different departments has to work together so to bring up the situation upfront. So in this particular scenario, each one will have their own heads. So when we have a holistic approach, all the departments under this particular policy or DM Act 2005, will act as a one administration focused mainly to tackle a disaster that occurs. So that is why this particular policy speaks about the holistic approach. The national disaster policy has a vision to build a safe and disaster resilient India by developing a holistic, proactive and multi-disaster oriented with technological driven strategy through a culture of prevention, mitigation, preparedness and response. So well, what does the national policy deal with? The policy covers all aspects of disaster management, covering institutions, legal and financial arrangements, disaster prevention, mitigation and preparedness, techno-legal regime, response, relief and rehabilitation. Of course, it also includes reconstruction, recovery, capacity, knowledge management and research and development. It focuses on the area where action is needed and the institutional mechanism through which such action can be channelized. The National Policy on Disaster Management has addressed the concerns of all sections of the society, including differently abled persons, women, children and other disadvantaged groups. In terms of grant of relief and formulating measures of rehabilitation of the affected persons due to the disasters, the issue of equality, inclusiveness has been accorded due consideration. The National Policy on Disaster Management aims to bring in transparency and accountability in all aspects of disaster management through involvement of community. Community-based organizations like Panchayat or district administration and civil society. What is the background of this National Policy on Disaster Management? The Disaster Management Act 2005 enacted by the Parliament was notified in the Gazette of India on 26th December 2005. The Act provides for the legal and institutional framework for the effective management of disasters. The Act mandates creation of new institutions like National Disaster Management Authority, so followed by National Institute of Disaster Management and of course a specialized unit, National Disaster Response Force. So the Act mandates creation of new institutions and assignments of specific roles for central, state and district level or local governments. Under the provisions of the Act, National Disaster Management Authority has been established under the chairmanship of Prime Minister, and National Executive Committee of Secretaries have been created to assist the NDMA in performance of its functions. At the state level, a State Disaster Management Authority has been created under the chairmanship of Chief Minister of the state, which has been assisted by State Executive Committee. At the district level, District Disaster Management Authority have been created, so under the leadership of the district collector or magistrate. Who is responsible for disaster management? The primary responsibility for management of disaster rests with state government concerned. Disaster management is a multidisciplinary activity which is to be performed in cohesive synergy among all the stakeholders. The institutional mechanism put in places at the center, state and district level helps states to manage disaster in an effective manner. The National Policy on Disaster Management puts in place an enabling environment for all. It is expected by all the stakeholders to put their best efforts in managing any disaster as per the framework of National Policy on Disaster Management. Every disaster teaches us new lessons and government as well as the community learns from it. Accordingly, the NPDM, the National Policy on Disaster Management, has been fruitful in developing holistic approach and proactive, multi-disaster oriented and technology driven approach in the country. Well, let us have a discussion on the Disaster Management Act 2005 and other mechanisms. So I will give you very short points that we can easily remember. So coming to the Disaster Management Act 2005, this particular act as number 53 of 2005 was passed by the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Parliament of India, on 28th November, and the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Parliament, on 12th December 2005. It received the assent of the President of India on 23rd December 2005. The Disaster Management Act 2005 has 11 chapters and 79 sections. The Act extends to whole of India. The Act provides for the effective management of disasters and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. Next, the National Disaster Management Authority. Of course, the evolution of this particular NDMA may have no more than 9 members, including a vice chairperson, with the Prime Minister of India as a chairperson of this particular authority. The tenure of the members of NDMA shall be 5 years. The NDMA, which was initially established on 30th of May 2005 by an executive order, was constituted under section 3 of 1 of the DM Act on 27th September 2006. The vision of the National Disaster Management Authority is to build a safer and disaster resilient India by a holistic, proactive, technology driven and sustainable development strategy that involves all stakeholders and fosters a culture of prevention, preparedness and mitigation. The functions and responsibilities of NDMA: first, laying down policies on disaster management and subsequent guidelines for the functioning of National Institute of Disaster Management. Number 2, approve the national plan and any subsequential plans made by ministries and state agencies. Number 3, frame guidelines to be followed by different ministries or departments of Government of India or the state, and to be followed by state authorities in drawing up the state plan. Number 4, coordinate the enforcement and implementation of the policy and plans for disaster management. Number 5, recommend provision of funds and for the purpose of mitigation. The policy, the National Disaster Management have the policy. So this particular policy themes and the framework is also in conformity with the International Strategy for Disaster Reduction, the Rio Declaration, the Millennium Development Goals and the Hyogo Framework of 2005 to 2015. Coming to the divisions of National Disaster Management Authority. So division, we have different divisions like policy and plans, public relation and awareness generation division, mitigation, operations and communications, administration and capacity building, training and finance. So these are the divisions that are working with NDMA. So next one, National Institute of Disaster Management. The NIDM was constituted under an Act of Parliament with a vision to play the role of a premier institute for capacity development in India and the region. Formation of National Center for Disaster Management in 1995 gained impetus with its redesignation as National Institute of Disaster Management for Training and Capacity Development. Under DM Act 2005, NIDM has been assigned nodal responsibilities for human resource development, capacity building, training, research, documentation, policy advocacy in the field of disaster management. The vision of this particular institute is to create a disaster resilient India by building capacity at all levels for disaster prevention and preparedness. The genesis of NIDM 1995, the National Center for Disaster Management, was created by the Indian Institute of Public Administration by the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperation, the nodal ministry for disaster management in the country at that time. So next, in 16th October 2003, upgraded as National Institute of Disaster Management following the transfer of the subject of disaster management to the Ministry of Home Affairs. 11th August 2004. The institute was inaugurated by the Honorable Union Home Minister on 11th August, a statutory organization under NDMA Act 2005. The responsibility. Section 42 of 8 of the Act has made the institute responsible for planning and promoting training and research in the area of disaster management, documentation and development of national level information base relating to disaster management policies, prevention mechanisms and mitigation measures. The functions of NIDM includes development of training modules, undertake research and documentation related to disaster management, formulation and implementation of comprehensive human resource development plans covering all aspects of disaster management, assistance to various ministerial departments, so either it would be at national level, state level or district level. So the NIDM will be responsible for capacity building also. The organizational structure, the president of the institute will be the Union Home Minister. Vice President of NIDM will be the Vice Chair of the National Disaster Management Authority. The Chair of NDMA will be Prime Minister. Well, the institute body comprises of 42 members, which includes secretaries of various nodal ministries and departments of Government of India and state governments, and heads of national level scientific research and technical organization, besides eminent scholars, scientists and practitioners. Governing body of this institute have 14 members. Chair will be the VC of NDMA. The institute body of NIDM, whose president is Union Home Minister, the vice president will be the vice chairman of NDMA, and then governing body. So in governing body, the chairman will be VC of NDMA, vice chairman will be Union Home Secretary, followed by executive director. Under executive director, they have different divisions like Geo Hazard Division, Hydrometeorological Hazard Division, Policy Planning and Cross-Cutting Issues Division, Response Division, Administration and Finance Division, Knowledge Management and Communication Division. Apart from this, the sub-level divisions are interdivisional cells like seismic microzonation, retrofitting, climate change, urban risk mapping, policy, public-private partnership, IT cell, training cell and emergency operations center. The next one we are going to talk about is National Disaster Response Force. About this particular specialized force, NDRF was constituted as per statutory provisions of DIM Act. 2006, NDRF constituted with 8 battalions. Personnel were deployed for routine law and order duties also when it was actually formed. October 25, 2007, at NDMA meeting with Prime Minister, NDRF made as a dedicated force. February 14, 2008, notification released NDRF as dedicated force for disaster response related duties under the unified command of Director General of National Disaster Response Force. Presently, the force is having 12 battalions, each of 1149 personnel. NDRF practices proactive availability and pre-positioning. The rescue operations that NDRF includes are flood and cyclone, collapsed structure search and rescue, they call it as CSSR, CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear. It is a distinguished unique force under Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, within the overall command, control and the leadership of DG NDRF. Here you can see the NDRF battalions with its particular area of responsibility. So as of now, we have 12 battalions in India. Hope this helps you in preparing for the disaster management policy related preparations. So well, for any detailed explanations or any queries, you can contact me through any of my channels or through email. Thank you.